Your girl ain't gonna submit to nobody. I'm telling you, turning to him is going to cost you a lot, but what you gain through it, it's 100% worth it. So for the longest, I thought that being humble or not being humble meant that you were boastful. For example, you boast about the items that you have, you flash your money. But when I got into a deeper connection with God, I started seeing that it's not just that being humble in a relationship with God, yes, it does include that, but it also includes the aspect of pride. And that's one thing that I struggled with, because before my relationship with God, I knew that I had a problem with pride, and I always wanted to do things by myself, and I'm still that way. But I sat back and I was like, God, I feel like I'm pretty humble and I'm judging myself. And God showed me, yes, but you have a ton of pride. You're trying to do all this on your own without me. And it was a heavy hitter, because I'm like, he's right. I'm saying these things are happening, and all these trials and tribulations are hitting me, things out of nowhere, which, I mean, I know Jesus says that we will go through these things, but it was just small things, weapons that constantly were being prospered, and I didn't understand why God wasn't doing anything. But then I had to realize, wait a minute, I'm trying to do things on my own. So now my attitude is shifting to a darker and more negative side, because now I don't include God in my decisions. I'm not praying. I'm not speaking or talking to him as much as I used to, or reading the word. And the one thing they say to really defend yourself against those who try to attack you is studying the word and having that relationship with God, that deep relationship, and knowing the things that him and Jesus spoke, and having that discernment and that Holy Spirit. And I didn't know why these things kept happening, but in reality, I just like go back to this is like a very weird analogy, but I did weightlifting in high school, and I remember in order to gain the muscle mass that you wanted, you had to continually add more weight each time. So let's say, for example, I squatted 150. I couldn't just jump to 250 one day and be like, oh, all right, I'm about to go in the gym and squat this. And realistically, am I going to be able to do that? No, because I don't have that strength to just jump in and do it. I have to train. I have to add weight, a little bit of weight each time. I'm training my body to get to that point. So when we put it in this aspect, I have to train my brain little by little and add wisdom from God little by little through scriptures and his word and prayer and the Holy Spirit. Because when I'm lacking that wisdom, then slowly I'm losing that spiritual strength, which is greater than fleshly strength. Because I'm thinking in my head, I can do this on my own, but realistically, I can't do anything on my own. And I've learned from that, because with God, he makes things greater and possible, things that I can't even comprehend with just my mind. But when I add in that spiritual mind, then I'm understanding, all right, God, we did this. You did this. You gave me that strength. So it's taking apart fleshly strength and knowing that you can only do certain things with spiritual strength.